Yo, what is up guys? It is Samool here back with another Epic 7 video for you guys today. And today I'm just making a quick video for you guys because Smilegate actually did confirm that Cerise is coming out in about 13 days as of this video's release. The specific date of her release is going to be January 20th, 2022, coming out with her artifact guiding light as well for 2 weeks. So mark that date in your calendar, guys. If you guys are out of bookmarks, which I know I am for sure, if you guys look here, I have basically 350 Skystones and 18 bookmarks, and I have to pull for Laika before she runs out on her banner, which will be in about a week. And then I'm going to try to pull for Guiding Light on Cerise's banner, which I don't really recommend for newer players. Pulling for artifacts on banner is not really worth it, unless you have a lot of resources and you're in late game and you really need the artifact. Otherwise, you can just buy it from the shop in the Powder of Knowledge shop here, which I'll show you after Ross finishes his leg workout. And right here, you'll see the guiding light pop up here during Cerise's banner. Duration for 240 powder works the same as every other featured artifact because there is no pity for artifact. But yeah, Cerise, you guys really want to start saving for if you guys don't have a lot. Honestly, I made a should you pull Lencia video if you guys want to check that out. But long story short, not really worth pulling for. Command model Laika also kind of a late game PvE option, but Cerise is a beast basically everywhere in PvP, and she is super strong in PvE for late game. So yeah, my Cerise is scuffed, but she gets the job done. So I don't really use her too much in PvP. She used to be like first picked in World Arena a lot, but she's kind of fallen a bit off with kind of like better openers out in the game because Cerise's biggest problem. Let me go over skills first, actually, and I'll go over her problems. So her S3 is an AoE attack. I don't even have this maxed out. Okay, so I thought I had this maxed out for the longest time, but you want to get this to +4 for a 100% chance. But it's a 100% chance to decrease speed and restrict, which is a very strong debuff because you'll basically be able to lap over and over, and it's a 2-turn debuff. So if you have her go first, you can basically lap the enemy for like, I don't know, like 3 or 4 turns because she has some crazy space speed. And she also has some CR push in her S1 for herself. But yeah, her S3 is a very good opening skill because it decreases buff durations by 1 turn. So immunity set will get stripped off. Anything with 1 turn durations will get stripped off. And you get invincibility, which makes you obviously immune to damage. And also will attack with advantageous elements. So her S3 doesn't really, consider that she's ice. It'll always be able to land even on green units, which is really nice. And yeah, her S1 is going to be a CR push on herself. And she'll trigger a random dual attack when her S3 is on cooldown. And if her S3 is not on cooldown, you should be probably using this anyways because it gives you invincibility and really good debuffs. And then you can start using S1 or S2, which is a stun and unable to be buffed for 2 turns and increases CR for herself by 50%. And you can soul burn this to ignore effect resist to get the stun and unbuffable to land on these pesky high ER and high ER soul weavers and high ER tanks or knights. So very strong. You see that she has a lot of CR pushing, she has a lot of decreased speed. So yeah, the name of her game is basically lapping, and you're going to want to run her on Miss Confile if you have her from Guilty Gear collab on Elfelt's banner, and it just makes her very strong because if you get that defense break and then you get a random dual attack from an ally, similar to how Aros's S2 works, you're going to basically one-shot squish the unit. So very powerful. The only problem is she doesn't have a CR pushback. That's kind of why she's a little bit weaker now because you see a lot of the openers having CR pushbacks nowadays. And you also need pretty decent effectiveness on her because getting imprints for her is kind of hard unless you wait, every year for her banner to come out because she is a limited unit. I don't have any imprints. And yeah, I'm actually amazed by the fact that I don't have this +4. I literally got her like a year or 2 years ago and I literally thought she was +4. Okay, anyways, besides that, yeah, if you don't know how to build her, or you want to start, crafting your Wyvern mats from the Hunt event to prepare for Cerise because she is pretty waifu. You see her friendship 10, what's it called? Expression, pretty cute, and she's very strong. You're going to want to run her on a speed set effectiveness ring. Honestly, you don't need crazy gear. You only really need effectiveness and speed, although making her tankier will be nice, and getting a 100% crit chance is very nice for cleaving if you like to run Challenger Dominion in your cleave comps. Which I have her at 100% chance crit, but I don't really run her, so probably should swap out this neck for a health neck. But yeah, you want speed and effectiveness, aim for at least 100% effectiveness, and then you want, at least 260, 270 speed. Honestly, 250 is fine as well at the very least. But yeah, speed set and then effectiveness set's the best, or even crit chance set if, like I said, you want to run her with Challenger Dominion for that crit chance boost for CDOM's S3 into, you know what CDOM does if you use her, right? So anyways, Cerise, very, very powerful. PvE, I actually use her in a lot of areas of content. And when I say a lot, I don't mean a lot. I mean a decent amount. But, so, I actually use her in Dark Expedition. You'll see she's rank 4 here. She's very, very good. Now, you don't need her for Dark Expedition, but she is extremely good because of her defense breaking, her cycling, her speed down restricts really good on the boss, and the unbuffable is nice for the defense buff that the boss puts up. But also, if you don't have Cerise, you can always use like Luluka, Ice Luluka. She's a very good sub, but Cerise is technically better. You also see her rank 2 in Light Expedition, so if you don't know how to deal with Light Expedition, Cerise, Aeros, Sirmia, and Carmen Rose, all 4 of them together, very, very good. Sirmia's banner actually runs next week, so if you're really, really looking for a good Light Expo team, you can just pick them up like this. Instead of Sirmia, you can use any other damage dealer like Euphine, like anything that hits really hard single target. And you can also use her in Fire Expedition, Brutal Ferris. It's not shown here, but she's actually not terrible because of her CR pushing, because the boss's phase that has the, you need to hit 6 times or you'll like one-shot your team. And Cerise is very good there. Speed debuff's really nice there. She also has defense breaks. You just have to keep in mind you can't debuff the boss too much or he will get stronger, so keep that in mind. So Cerise isn't the best, but she's still decent here as well. And she's mostly a Expedition slave for PvE. She's only really good in Expedition, some Abyss floors. Everywhere else she's not that great, but for PvP guys, she is amazing. She is used in Guild Wars everywhere. You can use her in defense and offense in Guild Wars. World Arena, she's very, very strong. Regular Arena, you can use her on defense and offense as well. So you really want to make sure you pick her up before your or her banner runs out. So you want to save up your bookmarks so you don't have any. 2 weeks should be enough time to have a decent chance to pull for. I think for limited banners, even if you can't make pity, it's at least worth the chance because they come around once a year. Now we're going to start talking about her artifact, Guiding Light. So this artifact is also broken, or very strong, I'd say. You'll see that my Landy has it equipped right here. So you'll see that it is a stealth at the start of battle, and at the end of the turn, you have a chance to get stealth for 2 turns, and this can activate every 2 turns. So if you get really lucky, what happens? You have perma stealth on a ranger. It's really good for Landy because she does crazy damage, as you guys already know, and she is pretty decently tanky if you build her that way. And with Guiding Light, she's basically unkillable, CR pushing her entire team, speed buffing her entire team, and just outputting crazy damage and turn cycling. So Guiding Light just makes any unit super tanky. Now Guiding Light's also really good on like Faithless Lidica and even Cerise herself. Basically any ranger speed contest opener for PvP who is really vulnerable to like Acid, Assassin Sid, Assassin Coley, anything that counters speed openers and tries to one-shot them, because you get the speed, or not the speed, the stealth buff at the beginning of the battle, so they actually can't get targeted. So say you have Guiding Light, Faithless Lidica, and you're like cleaving with her, or Cerise, and you see like a Assassin Sid come out in World Arena, well, he actually can't do anything to you on the first turn. He's going to have to try to one-shot someone else and try to silence you that way. But with Guiding Light, yeah, you're immune to that, so very, very nice. Artifact's really broken, guys. I'm sure that a lot of you guys have Landy and are struggling to find a good artifact for her because Guiding Light is the best by far. Everyone is going to recommend it. Otherwise, you're going to have to run like a Bloodstone or like a Portrait or Symbol or even Proof. And honestly, Guiding Light's irreplaceable if you want to run her on that really, really strong Bruiser build that most people run her on. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the Cerise and Guiding Light, guys. I just wanted to let you guys know why they're really good. Both the artifact and the hero Cerise, Guiding Light are very, very strong individually and even together. And you really want to save up your bookmarks. Keep that date in mind, guys. January 20th, 2022. Coming out in 13 days from this video's release. Make sure you save those bookmarks and pull for them. When it becomes closer to that date, I'm going to release another Should You Pull video so you guys get reminded. Cerise, don't miss out on her, guys. You're going to regret it, trust me. I missed out on her 2 years ago and I regretted it, but yeah, she's very, very strong after the buffs, so make sure you get her. Thanks for watching, guys, and as always, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps my channel out a lot, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace.